your history as an artist. Tell us a bit about that.
Yeah, I didn't actually see myself as an artist when I got started. Been painting a few years, and I see it more as just a journey into a time of meditation, reflection, having fun, and I just see myself playing with colours, playing with light, and I've been drawn more and more into that and having a lot of fun and getting inspiration from the great thing about being part of a group is getting inspiration from lots of other artists, some who are very experienced and have different styles.
So this is your the second exhibition that you've taken part in?
Yes, second one. First one was at Vic Park.
And when was that?
About 14 months ago.
14 months ago?
So this is the first big one, and good to be part of such a powerful group.
Oh yes.
A fun group.
Yeah. How long have you been with the Freedom School?
2 years.
2 years. Yeah. And how would you describe the journey over those 2 years?
Well, I found David to be fantastic because he gives positive feedback and positive criticism, but he also lets you do exactly what you want to do and explore however you like. And quite frankly, if I was being analysed and this is how you do it and you're not mixing the colours right, then I wouldn't be in it. I'm just about free expression, and it's been fun.
Yeah. You mentioned collaboration before.
Yep.
With the other artists in the group.
Yep, collaboration, yeah, that's always fun. Yeah, you can actually go to a painting lesson, and because I tend to move into my painting and then move into a meditative space, sometimes that just doesn't happen. And if I've been racing and pacing and just not in the mood, I can't get into the space. So I could actually spend an hour or so wandering around looking at everyone else's paintings and just looking at the way they're blending colours and merging and the sorts of colours they're using. So it's always fun. It's good. It's worthwhile going even if you don't paint, but I would say most of the time I paint. By the time I stand around watching other people, I get inspired.
So you draw inspiration from the other artists?
Yep, absolutely.
Excellent. You mentioned David Giles has had a strong influence on your art.
Yep.
Can you tell us more about that?
How? Well, I like his paintings. I'd never bought a painting in my life up until 2 years ago, and then he started teaching and I was drawn into one of his. Of course, it was called Tranquility, and part of a series he did on tranquility, and I immediately went through his painting. I'm not sure if he painted it in anticipation that people would do that, but it took me to a place that I knew was tranquil and beautiful and serene, and I resonated with that. So I tried for quite some time copying some of his techniques, and that was quite fun, and he was of course very helpful because it was his style. Then as time went by, I started playing around a lot more and moving into more who I am, which is light and colours and portals and vortexes.
Excellent.
Quite some time ago I actually had a near-death experience, which is probably why I resonate with David Giles, because he also had a near-death experience, which is why he's painting. But I didn't get my message straight away to start painting, so mine's evolved over the time. But ever since then, I went to a place that was just, bliss, heaven. And it had the most amazing colours and the amazing light. And going through that light is phenomenal. And going into that space takes you into this space, what I call the now moment, the space of there's just no time, and you merged with everything. It feels like bliss, and that's where I try and get to, or that's where I do get to when I'm painting, moving into that spiritual experience. And that's probably a reason why I don't think I've ever done a painting that hasn't got lots and lots of iridescent white in it, and trying to create the effects of moving through a light portal.
Okay. In the years since you started as an artist, has your style changed?
It has actually. Yes, I started off using similar colours, greens and blues for example, or reds, oranges and yellows, and colours that didn't seem to clash very much. And then as I went more and more into the moment and more and more losing myself in the painting, where I really didn't think about colours. I just did whatever I was inspired to pick up. So I had an identical twin sister, Sue, and yeah, we're almost a bit like two souls merged together much of the time. So she shares a lot of my prose, she shared my journey, and although she doesn't want to paint, she's shared my love of painting, and all the paintings that I love, she loves as well. So she's been a great support. I have 3 children, Luke and Ben and Becky. They're all uni students, and they're all really proud of what their mum's done, finding something new and something different, something that's brought me great passion and inspiration, and loss of a dining room table and a family room. So I appreciate the fact that they are in my life, and that they've given me positive feedback. They tell me which ones they don't like, and which ones to fix up, and which ones to paint over, and never put any more paint on top of that, Mum. That's perfect, just the way it is. So they've been inspirational. I've really enjoyed having them. Yeah, well, what I tend to have grown into over the last 6 to 9 months, which I think is where I'm going, I saw myself as an abstract artist, and as time's gone on, I'm beginning to see myself more as a spiritual artist. So I either write the prose first and then do a painting that matches it, or the usual way is I do the painting first, and then sometime later, without trying, I'll actually do a meditation, or just go to sleep and have a wonderful dream about where I've been in the painting, and come back with some quite profound and amazing prose. So I've actually spent the last 6 weeks or so collating it all. Had scraps of paper everywhere with prose and paintings everywhere, and finally they're sort of starting to come together.
Yeah, so thank you for explaining that. So please go on. So
here we have, I'll read through one of the prose that came to me for Breakwater, and they're usually about personal spiritual experiences. So, the aquamarine illuminating waters are peaceful, still, nurturing, and yet stirring, moving, ever-changing. Nothing stays the same. Here I am, just a drop in the huge expanse of life-giving water, going with the flow of the waters, choosing not to resist the ebb and flow, choosing ease, choosing the aliveness of each water particle, invigorating, cleansing and whole, choosing union with all other drops, completeness and oneness, to be the complete union, this merging vibration, always searching for the truth, the wisdom, the knowing, searching for the I am.